The North sector in 2026 looks normal on the surface, but it is a deceptively dangerous sector if you do not handle it correctly. Even though in 2026 the powerful 6 white star flies into the north, you should not activate it. Most people will look at the 6 white star and think, great, let me activate this star. And that is exactly how you will quietly sabotage your health, wealth, and relationships. Today I will show you which parts of the north you can safely use without triggering the 3 killings or the San Sha. And if you want pro tips on how to handle the San Sha, watch this video till the end. Hi, I am Jayashree Bose, founder of Tian Academy and the Geo-Principles. For over 24 plus years, I have helped individuals, families, entrepreneurs, CEOs, and businesses achieve their maximum potential through Feng Shui, Bazi, Qi Zeri, and I Ching. Now in this video, you will learn exactly which parts of the north are safe to use in 2026, which ones to avoid, and the correct timing windows to prevent triggering any malefic star, whether it's in 2025 or 2026. So let's look at the north in 2026. The 3 killings or the San Sha occupies the entire band from northwest 3 to northeast 1. Now, each 15-degree segment has a specific Sha or killing energy. Let me simplify this for you, sector by sector, so you know exactly what you're looking at. Now, right now on your screen, you'll see the breakdown. Northwest 3 hosts the robbery Sha. North 1 is subsided army. North 2 is calamity Sha. North 3 is big disaster Sha. Northeast 1 is annual Sha. Do not disturb these areas with renovation, drilling, hacking, or noise. Now, in my 24 years of practice, I have seen many people unintentionally activate the 3 killings and then face issues such as backstabbing, loss of wealth, pilfering, and even robberies. And this is important to understand. Disturbing the 3 killings can also lead to rape, adultery, delays, obstacles, and in extreme cases, even death due to robbery. So this is not something to take lightly. Now, let me share one of my earliest cases, and this was back in 2002. It was also a horse year, by the way. A client was referred to me by another client, and this case became extremely serious. It was a landed property, north-facing house. It was his daughter's wedding, and the wedding was just a few days away, and the family had pitched tents all around the ground. They had made a makeshift kitchen, and it was all happening in the north side. The garden was in the north side. And remember, the San Sha was in the north side. Now, shortly after they had done that, his business partner of 9 years, 9 or 10 years, just disappeared and cleaned out his accounts as well. As in, all the business accounts were cleaned out by the business partner. And when he told me the story, he actually broke down. He was crying. Just imagine, daughter's wedding, guests invited, and suddenly your business partner disappears with the money. And yes, agreed, he had other feng shui issues as well at home, at his workplace, but the ground disturbance in the north triggered the event. Now, the good news, his daughter's wedding went on without a hitch. His business partner was caught and he recovered about 70% of his money. He was so happy with the outcome that he paid me triple my quoted amount. And he referred me to his business associates as well. In fact, that was one of the cases which created my consult business. I would say it was one of those first cases. Now, I'm sharing this story with you to help you understand what can happen when San Sha is triggered. Now, San Sha reacts aggressively when disturbed by earthworks, drilling, loud noise, and this applies not only inside the house but also outside the house. So, if you have a garden in the north, don't dig. If you have a patio in the north, do not drill. Do not perform any kind of groundwork in this area. And if you have a fountain or any active water feature in the north, because especially with all the period 9 hoo-ha, everyone seems to be having a water feature in the north. Well, in 2026, simply switch it off, okay? Keep this entire region completely quiet and undisturbed in 2026. Now, some of you might be wondering, can you use the north? Yep, you can. However, remember, do not use North 2 because this sector is Calamity Shah and Year Breaker, and that is a double whammy. So do not sit there, do not sleep there, and do not spend long hours there. Now, if you need to use the North, choose between North 1 and North 3. Now, these I won't say is not afflicted, but it is of lesser intensity. Okay, and remember, San Sha, the rule is simple. You can use it, just don't disturb it. Don't do any earthwork, drilling, renovation, construction, etc. All right. Now, what about Northwest 3? Can you use Northwest 3? Well, Northwest 3 is Robbery Shah, and it also carries the Duke Branch Virtue Star and the Annual Nobleman Star. So, yes, on one hand, there's chances of losing money, but on the other hand, you get helpful people and you're able to solve problems and overcome problems. So you can use Northwest 3, but be extremely aware of the Robbery Shah. Double check all financial transactions, especially while traveling. So yes, this sector can be used for routine activities, but do not, again, I repeat, do not renovate, drill, do earthworks. Now for Northeast 1, it is annual Shah. It generally causes delays and it is not suitable for the elderlies at all. Elderly meaning anybody 60 plus. Do not use this sector. So if you're already facing unnecessary delays in your projects, then again, do not use this sector. However, if you're not facing any issues, you can use the sector because it contains the powerful Dragon Virtue Star, which is a problem solving and protective star. Now, let me share some timing rules with you because this is extremely important. In fact, get your notebook and a pen out because you need to write this down. Now, if you're going to be renovating in the Northwest 3 sector, remember in 2025, Northwest 3 is the year breaker. In 2026, it becomes the Robbery Shah. So if you must do repairs or move furniture here, then here are a few dates. 22nd January 2026, 23rd January and 27th January. No other dates, okay? So remember 22nd, 23rd and 27th. Now, if you need to do some renovation, etc. in the Northeast sector, remember in 2025, Northeast has 5 yellow. In 2026, Northeast 1 has annual Shah. So any renovation in the Northeast should be done towards the end of January, last week of January preferably. And for the rest of North, complete all changes, all movement, all renovation, anything that you need to do by 5th of January 2026. Now these windows matter. Use them correctly and you will not trigger any malefic stars whether it's in 2025 or 2026. Before you tune off, I have something for you. Your home mirrors your life. If the energy is off, your results will be too. That is the reason I created Feng Shui 2026 checklist, your diagnostic guide to identify supportive and challenging sectors. It is free, practical, and the link is in the description below. Because clarity is always the first step to alignment. Now do leave your comments below and tell me which sector you want me to cover next. Your questions will shape the next videos. I appreciate you for watching this video. See you in the next one.